My name is Dave Clark. I do counseling right here in the West Houston area, and I specialize in relationships. Guys, today we're going to talk a little bit about why people drop out of couples counseling, and it's somewhat predictable.
Because in the bigger picture, we're all just walking each other home.
Now, guys, this isn't mine. I wish it was. It's not mine. I picked this up along the way, but I want to make a quick video because it came up the other day. Somebody said, why do so many people drop out during this particular set of sessions? And I'm going to show you why right here. So right here, and if you hang out with me long or you watch many of my videos, you're going to see me draw this a lot. So this is, these are your highs and your lows, and that's your ultra high and your ultra low. So to come in and see me for couples counseling, you got to be pretty darn low. I am expensive. I'm time consuming. I make you deal with things you don't want to deal with. If you did want to deal with them, you would have already dealt with them. You would be coming to see me. So in order to come in and see me, your misery has to overcome whatever the block is that's keeping you from, whether it's financial or emotional or whatever. You have to become more miserable than that, or you won't come see me. Now, here's what happens though. After the first few sessions, this happens. You come up here and you hit a high. Now, my EFT friends will say this is where de-escalation is. You're no longer fighting, so hey, things are good again, right? This usually happens, in my experience, this happens around the third session, give or take. Now, I'll catch a little heat for that because it's different for everybody. But in my experiences, between the third and fourth session, usually people hit this high. Now, this is where people drop out because they say, hey, we're fixed. Things are great. We're not fighting anymore. Ta-da! And if you're a couples therapist, you've heard this 100 times. Well, we went to counseling and it worked. But it wasn't very long. We slipped right back into our old ways. Here's the thing. Even if you stay in counseling, as fast as this comes up, this is all artificial. It drops right back off. Now, it doesn't get back down to here, but it comes back down to here. Now, as a couples therapist, I lose a lot of clients right there too. Here's why. Here, again, we've all heard this. We went to counseling and it worked for a little while and then it just stopped working. And people don't understand that. We don't make this overt enough, I don't think, because as counselors, because if we did, people would understand that this is going to happen. Okay, here's the thing that happens though. If we stay with it, and if they stay with it, this line here makes this very gentle, very slow rise back up. Now, it never probably gets back to here, but it gets back up to a high. And it gets back up to this is a sustained, long-lasting sort of high. And here's the other thing. If we were to take a magnifying glass, put it anywhere on here, we would actually see that this is doing on the micro what this did on the macro. And this is where we get people like, well, we have good days and we have bad days, but overall, I'm seeing progress. Does this make sense? And again, this is a top-down psycho-educational kind of thing, but I go through this, like I said, probably between the third and fourth session with almost every client because I try to warn them because they come in and the red flag is there. Man, we're doing great. We're no longer fighting. Things are fantastic. I'm like, okay, let me show you what's probably about to happen, and let me give you fair warning, and because we're going to deal with it as we go. Now, there's something that happens here too. I have a video on this already, but there's something that happens once you reach this level where people want to and they tend to sabotage that level. And there are reasons for that, and they're very legitimate reasons. Anyway, I encourage you, go back and watch the video on sabotage. Guys, I got to go. It's been great. I wanted to get this done because this came up in the forum the other day, and somebody asked the question, why do I lose so many clients right around this particular session? And that's it right there. Again, this is not mine. I did not come up with this, but be aware that this happens. And in my opinion, I think we need to make clients more aware that this happens, just so that they know it's coming and that they know to plan for it. In the bigger picture, we're all just walking each other home. That's why I share this stuff with you, because we're holding hands and we're enjoying this journey.